Is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, closet swing traders. Hope you guys had a fantastic evening. Got some sleep, got ready for today because today should be an exciting one. I'm pretty pumped for it. We have a lot going on. We are in the middle of earnings season. Not in the minute, not even actually, no. I'll take that back. I'm not in the middle. It started, baby. Let's go. Woo. We're gonna have some crazy moves coming up. Yeah, not Yoda's got it already. He goes by Netflix. By Netflix. They had a good run. Yeah, off the bat, Netflix just absolutely getting scorched. So the high, we had a little pump as the earnings were about to come out. One very unlucky person bought at 360, and within about a few hours later, it's down to 250. So literally just put a big pile of money together, lit a match, and set it on fire. Is realistically what happened there. Need to share the screen. All right, I just got so excited about these moves, man. I'm telling you, forgot. There we go. All right. Perhaps Aaron Cuties wasn't. That was like months ago, not Yoda. That was a while ago. I think they did take a little hit, but nothing like this. Yeah. So what they're saying, and I do think there's a little bit of validity to what at least the excuse they're giving. So their main thing is they're trying to post it on the Ukraine, Russia, that there's obviously people leaving Ukraine. Nobody's watching Netflix there, but so on that point, we'll talk about that a little bit more. But on that point, I think that there is a little bit of yes, that could account to losing some numbers. The one thing that I would say is if you actually look at the earnings report, like they lost on every country, like every single country lost. So it's not just a Ukraine issue. However, that Ukraine thing was something I didn't honestly, I wasn't even thinking about, but that could affect Facebook, like maybe some less users on Facebook. Disney is getting killed a little bit, beat up from just more sympathy play from that. So obviously people in Ukraine probably not watching Disney or really giving a hoot about Disney at this point because they got some bigger, serious, more solid issues to worry about, which is understandable. So in some sense, like some of these services that we just think are common, yeah, I mean if they had access or were having access in those countries, they could see some reduced revenue, obviously from those countries not really operating as normal. So that would be one to think about just going forward, how that could affect it. I even thought about Airbnb for a second. I was like, Airbnb might be a little victim to that Ukraine thing because obviously who in the right mind is going to get an Airbnb? But then there was some stories coming out too that people were using Airbnb to send money to Ukraine in order to help Ukraine because otherwise all of their assets and meanings to like, so if somebody was renting an Airbnb in Ukraine, they would rent the property so that the owner would get the money and then they would shoot him a message saying, yeah, we're not actually coming. It would just donating money, and then they were able to list it again. So Airbnb still actually made profit off that, just with the exchanges. So that would take that away. Something like Uber, though. I mean, if they got Uber in Ukraine, they got obviously Disney is still already feeling the effects of the Netflix report, so they're going to be down a little bit. Pretty solid gap and go on Disney. You had some increased volume yesterday. Obviously, the direction's bearish. We got all those moving averages kind of fading downwards, and we're gapping clearly below yesterday's move. If we go out a little bit further, I got to go on a monthly chart. Monthly chart would be, we're almost gapping. Well, this is the current month. Let's see, are we gapping into any type of support? A little bit, not a lot. I don't see at least why this thing won't fade till 122-ish, somewhere in that zone. So about $4. Again, these things are beat up. Disney has a few other aspects in that Netflix. So obviously they got the entertainment portion, they got the parks, they do have their product lines. All of that stuff will help. So some people will be looking at Disney as like, hey, this is a viable opportunity. I mean, we were at 203. I actually liked it when it was up higher too. I was like, yeah, I could see things picking up a little bit. But this is the first time since I think 2011 that Netflix, I think it was like October 2011, that Netflix on the reports came out with we've actually lost some subscribers. So we'll see what happens. But whew, what a start to earnings season. Sounds like a great way to launder. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I mean, realistically, it was a smart way to get people some money from Ukraine. But yeah, real estate has been a good laundering tool for a while. Not that I condone it, not that I'm an advocate for it, but it has been real estate has been a means to laundering for a long time. So why not just use Airbnb, I guess. Tona says I was short in Disney, but it got out yesterday. It's always the next day. It's always that next day that it comes into play. Let's take a look at the general overall markets. In general, not really feeling the Netflix news for the SPY, at least this point. Let me get to, we'll see where we got some targets for today on the SPY if we do get some continued rally. First stop on the SPY to the high side, 447.97. I would be looking for a little bit of a bounce there. To the downside, which if we retrace, I would be looking at 446.15. So if we do sell a little bit, 446.15 is a spot where I'd be interested in potentially looking to go long. One below that one comes into 443.69. So we get a little deeper of a sell-off. If we get past, and this is going to be key for the bulls, if we get past 447.97 in a bullish direction, we have lots of room to the upside. So we have till 454.35. Again, not saying that happens today. Maybe 451.83 today, something like that. But there's no reason that this market cannot go higher. Even on the, so let's take a look real quick. Man, they messed up my, I like when my little annotate button to draw pictures is on the same screen, but it's different. If we look at a bigger picture, and I had a one-on-one coaching yesterday, we took a look at this together. So this could be a 1, 2. This could be a 3. This is a 4. And this is a 5. So could we see this come up here, retest that initial breakdown, create a much better double top, and then potentially roll if we're going to? Yeah, I think that's very viable. We did have 445.04. That was a pretty key moving average. We're already gapping above that. Probably, I think we get some kind of initial just drop, and then we start to push higher. That's my plan. Matt says, let's go bulls. Matt's just trying to sell merch. Matt's just trying to sell. He got the shirts made already. Matt's fearless. He got it made during the as we were selling off when the bears were all dancing around. He's like, nah, Let's go to he's like, I'm gonna get my shirts made cheap now. Let's go to the Qs, see where the Qs are at. Qs also a little bullish bump. This is a retest gap, so I would expect a little bit of a fade at open. Why do I have so, like, it's 9:10 in the morning. How do I have so many screens open? That's crazy. Let me take some of these screens off real quick. All right. QQQ, let me get some targets. All right, so we are pushing into a little bit of resistance right now. So SPY looks a little bit different. Just as far as targets go, I would expect some kind of initial drop on a Qs. We'll see. We still have 20 minutes. If we open above 351.03, we can see move to like 352.70. So that's not too crazy. Not a lot of upside potential. Right out of the gate, we have a couple spots of resistance. If we could break at any point 352.87, we will have a relatively decent day. Again, we could even potentially see 362.37 today. So we have some upside. Again, we had a good day yesterday. Yesterday was a fairly bullish day. I would suggest that we probably be very careful at the initial open, see if we can get any type of a pullback, and then I'd still be looking a little bit more bullish today. So what happened to the Morningstar reversal? Which one? Let me know. You're talking Q, SPY, Netflix, because that one probably would have worked. Must have been the SPY. SPY. I'm talking down here, over here. He said, never mind. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly which one. But yeah, this in a general longer picture, I mean, this thing looks like probably wave 5 potentially coming in. And then we'll see if we do want to bust out bullish, or that would be the spot I think we look, but that's still another decent amount of buying potential. Let's take a look at Nvidia just to get an idea. So again, bullish day, gap up. Right now it will qualify for the 10 EMA. I would love to see a little bit of selling come in first. I don't think we get that much selling. So Nvidia, I don't really expect the markets to pull back that much. I'd be looking to go long and comfortable going long if we could get back down to 21.26. If that's the case, we'll have a really, really nice move to 232.52 with 0 in the way. So I definitely want to lean bullish on, and I think on our 10 EMA strategy, we could go bullish pretty much all time frames. But as far as extended and non-extended hours go, we have a lot of room to the upside. I would be very, what price was that again? That was 221.50-ish. So I want to watch for something close or at that area. So I would love to see some type of a fade. Give me a hammer, give me something that we could use. 10 EMA even. I might take some options, whatever. But yeah, to the upside, you have some decent room on Nvidia. We're at a little bit of a resistance, but as far as like VPOC, nothing too crazy. AMD. Man, everybody's about to bail on AMD. Now all of a sudden, starting to come back. Still not where we really need it to be yet, but it is a gap up that will qualify. It is also a retest gap. We're pushing right now into about the 8 EMA, so we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna have to add the 10 EMA on my chart. We'll see for this one. I moved my charts around yesterday. Let me see some targets potentially on AMD. Yes. If we could get a little bit of a move, even at like not 97.52 would be a decent spot to go long. And then I'd be looking for maybe 95.65 or some type of a stop. To the upside, the immediate upside, we have to about 101.04. So slightly above that 100 zone. So decent possibility on the AMD. I'm not going to be opposed to it too much. Roblox, again, decently strong day. Almost bullish engulfing candle. I wish that candle was a little bit higher, but we are fading. So it's almost at this is probably roughly about the 50%, 618 of yesterday. So this could continue a little bit more bullish. We're going to have some of those daily moving averages start coming a little bit tighter. They were down on some news that the Lego game was pretty much going to another company. 43.14 would be our first resistance is about 42.13. So it's got to break that, and then 43.09. I don't really see that much upside potential. To the downside, $40.56. Yeah, so not a lot to the downside. If it gets to $40.56, I might be interested, but honestly, I think Nvidia and AMD a little bit clearer. This one will also is inside day, so nothing too crazy. We don't know where Tesla's going to open, but whether we open inside, not breaking out the high of yesterday, we tried it over here. Probably within the first 20 minutes, Tesla moves like a beast, so we will probably be able to get that to qualify, at least in the beginning of the day, if we don't gap up. The one thing I would say with Tesla is we are at a relatively key resistance now. So if it breaks 1035.75, we might have some room up to 1060. Before that, though, we got 1042.16. So Tesla, it's got a nice little trend going right now. We could get some kind of reversal, but I don't think the risk to reward is quite as good as Nvidia and AMD. Let's take a look at Apple, AAPL. So this one will qualify again. Bullish day yesterday. This should be a retest. Let's be a little patient on this one at open. I would like to see, so to the upside, we do have a little bit of room to the upside on this one. We got 170.87 as a potential. That gives us about $2. I'd rather see some kind of pullback. First area I'm looking at for a pullback would be 168.08 on Apple. I'm actually going to set an alarm in case it gets there, just because I know I'm going to forget to look. The second one, which would be a much better one, would be somewhere around 166.82. I'm going to set another alarm there. And then if we get some kind of a signal or reason why we want to bounce, then we'll get a little bit better risk reward. But it's not horrible on that one. And Delta is the other one. So let me look at Delta, get an idea where we're at for this one. One, two, three, four, five, 6 bullish days in a row. Targets. I don't really want to go bullish on this one. Bullish is the trend. That was a really, really nice gap. We did play this one. We took advantage of it. We made some orange. That was a beautiful gap. This is continuation. We are pushing into a little bit of resistance now. I don't really want to go long. So if it looks like a long opportunity, I'm just going to let it go. And then to the downside, I'm looking at 42.32. So it gives us about $1 to the downside before we start running into some kind of support. So 42.32. We might be able to play this one to the downside. I'd have to wait. We're still above on a 15-minute chart. We are still above a 10 EMA. We're also going to get a little bit of a bounce, probably a 43.27. So not a lot of room too much. So Nvidia and AMD, my two favorites out of the 6 that we're watching so far. Didn't Goldman give them a downgrade? Who? Which ones? Netflix? Netflix has been getting downgrades all day today. Jay says Tesla predictions. Yes, we just went over that one. So yeah, to me, it does have a little bit more bullish feel, but we're at a very big resistance right now. And to the upside downside, you could make money both ways, but I think you're just a little bit more wide open on Nvidia and AMD for some potentials. Wow, Netflix coming in under 250. The only bullish thing I can say on Netflix, like I'm gonna do my best to make any type of a bullish case for Netflix at this point. The only thing I would be able to say is nothing at all. This is garbage. I'm trying really hard. I thought we were able to hit some kind of a monthly support, something like that. We are gapping below. This is brutal. I'd have to look at 201.07 as first point of interest, at least. I'm not just going to pick up shares. And then could we see 125 again on Netflix? I'll buy some there. Rock says they're not bankrupt. Yeah, no, you lose a couple subscribers. Well, so they had in their report, they're saying like, yeah, we lost subscribers, but then also they're predicting that they're going to lose, I think it was like 2 million more this next quarter. So not only was the report bad, but the forecast was bad too. If you're an investor and you're trying to come in and be like, hey, I want a nice, strong company so I don't lose my money in a volatile market, it's not going to, like, you're not comfortable getting into Netflix at this point. That's a massive gap. It's going to be fun to watch. I don't think I'm going to even try to attempt to play it. Honestly, the fact that we're breaking 250, we might see some more downside. And after it dropped $100, I'm not going to be playing bearish. I think they put a weaker forecast out there so they could beat it, which would be a smart move. A lot of companies do that. When does the Amazon acquisition happen of Netflix? I don't know that it does. I don't know that can. I would almost see Elon coming in to save Netflix over Apple, because I think it's going to be a tougher road for Apple to buy out Netflix. There's going to be too much monopoly out there. PLTR. They might be able to get that approved, because you have Disney, then you have individual networks, CNBC, like the Peacock network. You got a bunch of other things, streaming services. Roku, kind of, I guess. I don't really understand Roku, but PLTR, so far this one's looking decent. I was able to get this one at 11.89, I think a couple days ago. So pretty much right at the bottom of that last peak, which is fantastic. I was kind of hoping this one will come down further. There's still lots of time. I'm planning on holding for a minute. So we'll see, but nothing there. Boeing. Amazon bought MGM. Why not Netflix? Amazon bought MGM. Yeah. So the antitrust issue is that they have Prime already. They already have Amazon Prime. I'm not familiar with Amazon buying MGM. That's complete news to me. But if they did, I don't think Amazon had any type of gambling affiliation prior to that purchase. So like coming in, that's fine. But now you have Luis in the house. What's up, Luis? Oh man. 6 more minutes. Any tickers that you have out there that you guys want to take a look at, go ahead, type those into the chart. XOM. Microsoft. Yeah, you guys love trading Microsoft. I hardly ever trade it. I don't know why. It's just not on my screen. I don't know. Maybe because I already got Apple up there. But yeah, nice gap up. You guys do play the 10 EMA a lot with this one, and from what I've seen from you guys posting, it has had good success with the 10 EMA strategy. So this could be one we watch in the future. I don't know if Jeremy ever adds this one. We do have the wild card too, so if we want to add something to the wild card, we could. This would be a retest gap. I would expect some type of a retest down to 285. You're pushing into a little bit of a moving average, nothing too crazy. But yeah, watch this one for a fade. It kind of looks a little bit like Apple at this point. But that is two bull buying days in a row. Roku, yeah, I'm sure Roku wasn't really holding its own by itself. This one's getting killed because of this one could be a good short. You do have a little bit of support down here, but not much. And this is a gap and go. People are already bearish on Roku. This one probably fades lower. IWM. Yep. So roughly the same. This one you are gapping into a little bit of resistance. I would highly expect some type of a fade. So again, overall, my thoughts are in the market that we are still leaning a little bit more bullish, at least for the short term. I do think longer term out, like here's what I'm going to say everything to say nothing at all. But I do think that longer term, yeah, we probably do end up selling, fading, closing some of those gaps, or just that wide move we had from 2020 to current day. But on a wave count basis, shorter term, I do see us probably pumping a little bit higher. Briefly, for day trade purpose, I would expect some. I would love. I can't expect anything in these markets, but I would say, yeah, I think we come down a little bit, and then I'd be looking for longs today. But yeah, this would be a retest gap. It is gapping to a little bit of resistance. So let's see if we get that fade first. CNX. CNX. Anything energy has been extremely hot right now. I will say that. This is probably all-time highs. So you're going to be chasing something if you're going bullish, all-time highs. I don't know that this is the right moment for us to look bearish. Pre-market, not a lot of activity. I don't know how this thing trades. Probably not a lot of volume during the day. I'm not 100% sure, but it depends on where this thing opens at. 21, yeah. It's kind of a little bit all over the place as far as the bid ask. This could be a reversal signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be the ABC reversal. That's a new high on the ABC, but you're still stacked. I can't go bearish yet on this one. I would love to see a little bit more consolidation, and then it picks a direction. But it's high. I'm not going to chase it in a bullish direction. This is not the time to buy it, but also not the time to go short yet. Hood. Not doing anything. DKNG. Draftkings. Decent candle yesterday for the most part. This is roughly about the 618. I would say on a trade, if we were looking to trade this, anything above 1689 might have a little bit more bullish. Just looking at the charts. On 320, FTC allows acquisition of MGM by Amazon for 8.5 billion. Why do I feel like that's so cheap for MGM? Well, MGM has the never mind. What am I thinking of? MGM is the studio. I was thinking of the gambling. What am I thinking of? Or is that still MGM? Am I right? Is that the casinos? Yeah, the casinos, but then they have MGM Studios as well, right? So it was probably the studio section that they were interested in. I'd also be curious if it's MGM Studios and they broke apart, or it's the entire company. But yeah, otherwise I'm not. I wasn't even. I thought they were going to buy AMC. Honestly, weren't they in the running, or didn't they buy AMC or something like that at one point? They were looking at it. Netflix would be the one to buy. Yeah, if you could get. Like, there's probably some people pretty interested in Netflix just because the user base is so large and you're down a lot. But I don't see just from one quarterly report that happens. I would be shocked. I think it was a little too early. AMC's coming down. So we got 17 seconds left. YouTube guys, make sure that you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you catch all of our live content and videos that we push out. Unfortunately, at this time, we got to let you guys go, but you guys are awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. If you guys do want to trade with us all day, make sure you go to .com, and you guys will be able to sign up for any of the rooms in next month. We do have a little bit change of schedule. So we only have one package next month, and that will cover a full day, which we are going from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. all day, every day, anytime the market is open. So you guys will be able to chill, hang out, and be with us all day. YouTubers, I'll catch